What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Griever back here, bringing you guys the latest behind-the-bar reviews for Akatsuki no Yona, Chapter 185, also known as Yona of the Dawn. And Merry Christmas, everyone. Actually, it's funny because I made that One Piece review literally about an hour ago, and then all this happened, right? All this stuff happened. It was informed to me that the Yona chapter had dropped on manga decks and stuff like that, and I was like, okay, I better make a video while I have the time. You know, I don't want to wait all week and stuff, and Christmas is going to be really hectic. Wife coming here and stuff, so I said, okay, I better make this really quick. So even though I had that, if I don't see you guys, Merry Christmas and all that stuff at the end of the review, not even an hour ago, apparently I'm making a Christmas video too. So lucky Christmas present to you guys, I guess, if you guys like these reviews. So this chapter, rather basic, but good. It can be covered very quickly, and I'm glad it can because I have a lot to do here on the Christmas Eve before my wife gets here. So I hope to get this video out, and I hope it is actually Christmas Day by the time it does come out. But can't waste too much time recording and going into theories. So one thing I just want to bring up right away. A lot of people have been telling me, and I was an okay fan of the theory, but I just felt like, that seems a little too easy, that soo-won is sick. Clearly in this chapter, it's indicating that he is. So congrats to you guys who all said, you know, what do you think about soo-won being sick? And I was kind of like, nah, I don't think so. You know, a little hesitating there, but I definitely didn't fully agree. So I'll take the L for that. I will take the L. A hesitant L, but an L nonetheless. I wanted it to be something better than that. It's not. It doesn't ruin the story or anything, but it's clear that that is the prevailing thing. I just don't like things when things are so transparent. I don't like figuring out. It's like if someone figured out the One Piece 2 years ago, and there's another 5 years of this series to go. I don't want to know. That's not fun. Even if it does make sense, even if someone does figure it out, please keep it to yourself, at least until the end. Like at the end, I'm sure somebody will have called it. But, you know, I like the story to progress and me to be like, damn, on my own, you know, and be surprised by the writing. Anyways, that being said, so we leave off at the end of the last chapter with Gulfin actually showing up, showing up the falcon, of course, that they raised, that soo-won and Hawk raised. And he's just like, and everyone's just like shocked because that's His Majesty's falcon and stuff. Hawk basically ends with a basic, pretty much that whole like, I can put my hand on the Bible, but the words won't mean anything. You just need to trust in the fact that I swore fealty and loyalty to the woman who has agreed to an alliance with you. So until she decides to end this alliance or something, I will be following, assuming that she doesn't want me to do anything against you guys. I mean, that's a summary, and it's in bigger words, but that's basically what he's saying, and that's enough for Jodo. He's like, that man is dangerous, you know, sheaths his swords, but I accept it. He is not a liar, and he's not lying now. So that's pretty good. Move on from there, and we see him questioning Rappa, the new friend, I guess, in the 13th Company, and he basically says, so, were you one of the people that attacked and stuff? And he brings up the fact that the Yuna faction was very, very strong. He doesn't know. He heard it from Kye-sook, and Hawk is of everybody else's opinion. Kye-sook is not a man to be trusted. He is the one person that nobody should ever trust. However, a lot of the people don't believe that. I believe he's still a Jafar. I don't think they're going to pull some shady shit on that stuff. I believe he's still a Jafar, and he manipulated something. I think that maybe Yuan or Yuhan or whatever was, there was a circumstantial death. I don't believe King Il murdered him outright, but something happened. Maybe this disease that soo-won seems to have inherited, this sickness, potentially, maybe it's something like brain cancer that drives someone bonkers, and King Il had no choice, and ever since that traumatic experience, he decided that war was not good, and he sort of that whole NFL player suffers too many concussions and now he's brain damaged sort of idea. What if he saw war as something that took his brother from him and he had to put him out of his misery, and from then on he became a very passive king as a result, and as Hawk said, so everything could be true, just from a certain point of view. I've been watching Star Wars, so, you know, I'm all up in that Obi-Wan Kenobi stuff. But I just really need to see what really transpired, because Hawk brings it up and just kind of like, this is kind of like, it doesn't make sense. Is this the truth? And a lot of people believe it. The Earth Tribe General, the Water Tribe General, the Sky Tribe, they were all on the side. The idea wasn't just to murder King Il. The idea was to make Soo-won king. That was the point of the rebellion, not to just straight up murder or assassinate. Hawk accepts this, but it's kind of like, meh. But then he realizes that he needs to talk to the princess about this. He needs to talk to the dragons. They need to get back together here soon, because this being spread apart thing doesn't work. 13th Company is called. Says, all right, Golfin, see you later sort of idea. And the Hawk stays with him. The Hawk stays with Hawk. Go figure. And he's just like, what are you doing? What's up? So Golfin stays with him. Then we jump over to Soo-won and Zeno having their conversation, which doesn't really go anywhere. Unfortunately, it brings up the whole Soo-won illness here at the end, but their conversation is lacking in anything material. Kind of disappointed by that. Pretty much, after hearing Golfin's cry, he's like, where's Golfin and stuff? And I was wondering if they were going to wait for another chapter to do this, but they do the reveal that Soo-won does see Hawk and stuff. But we'll get into that in a second. The Zeno Soo-won conversation pretty much goes as, he wanted to see the Yellow Dragon's power. Zeno challenges this and says, you said you weren't interested in the dragons. He's like, I'm not, but I am intrigued by the idea of an ageless, immortal body. Once again, he's sick. That's why he's interested. That's why Kye-sook is interested and wants to harness the power. So he basically says he set up the whole martial arts tournament or went along with it because he wanted to see the power. And Zeno's just kind of like, he's playing this. Like, Zeno's there with all the cards, remember. He's playing cards, and sometimes it's like, damn. He's doing a bit of a Yami Yugi thing here. He's just kind of like, yeah, I'm going to play this. Damn, he had a trap card. All right, Heart of the Cards. Okay, I'm going to play this, He's still got the upper hand, I believe. I think Zenos has had the upper hand throughout this entire series for every situation. But here, he's kind of finding a Seto Kaiba to his Yami Yugi here a little bit, because it's just kind of like, do you want to see the power? It's like, can I? It's like, sure. You have to do the dirty work. All you have to do is try to kill me. Then you can see it for yourself. And Soo-won easily gives up there. And Zeno basically has an inner monologue and an inner thought where he's just kind of like, I can't read this guy very well. I'm like, okay, so something else. Once again, another mystery to add to the pile of things that we just do not know. Regarding Soo-won, regarding Zeno, regarding the connection to King Hiryu. Is Soo-won, remember, he's got the blood. For all intents and purposes, Soo-won is just as much of King Hiryu, or Hiryu, as much as Yona is in that reincarnation sort of state. They share that blood, at the very least. So, but remember, Zeno reacted to Soo-won strangely when they first met. Something else is there. I really want to know what it is, but we'll move on to the rest of the chapter. Now, here's where things get a little more interesting, because what we end up seeing is Jodo shows up shortly after informing something about the 13th Company. Then we hear Golfin's cry. Soo-won goes over to check and sees Hawk there with Golfin. And here's what the question is. Who is he referring to here in this sentence? We see, right before that, we saw Zeno reacting because Soo-won was kind of doing this thing, like he has a headache. He's like, are you all right? And this is what triggered me a little bit, because I was sitting there like, the people who said that Soo-won is sick are going to be proven right here. And it seems to be the case. But it also leads into a fact that everyone can be right. King Il did kill his brother, but it was a mercy killing, and it all works out, right? The truth has been buried, and we'll find out the truth eventually. Him being sick leads into that. If it was some type of brain tumor, sort of feverish type of thing, and he went rage mode or something, King Il was forced to kill his own brother. Once again, brought that up before. Now, here's where, after he sees Hawk, Jodo basically explains the situation and says Kye-sook basically gave him permission to do it, and then Soo-won collapses and says, "What are you doing?" while holding his head. We don't see his expression, but Zeno says later that that mister made a much more human face than I've ever seen. So I'm going to assume he's referring to Hawk, that he's very surprised by Hawk's actions. And it's very difficult for me because it's hard to hate Soo-won. Because even though he claims that he's like emotionless and all this stuff, and he doesn't make human faces, and he doesn't really connect with anyone, he has an honest, deep connection that we've seen throughout the series with Hawk and Yona, respectively. And he's tried to bury it, but in moments like this, he just can't help it. Right now, where he was feeling a little under the weather, or feeling sick, feeling ill, that's when it took him too much by surprise and he collapsed. What are you doing? I don't think he was referring to kye-sook. I thought there was a possibility. He's either referring to kye-sook allowing the permission for Hawk to get this close, or he's referring to Hawk himself asking, what are you doing? He doesn't understand Hawk right now, and that bothers him. So he stands up and basically says, "Jojo, do whatever you want about the 13th Company issue," and he leaves. Then we see Yona. We jump over to Yona. Yona is contemplating leaving the room because she's like, I'm not really under arrest. Like, I'm not a prisoner. This is an alliance. I can leave the room. But then she's kind of contemplating like, it might not be the best idea. Like, she doesn't want to create waves pretty much or step on toes. Soo-won ends up showing up looking for Min-soo because Min-soo is the one taking care of Yona right now. Looking for Min-soo clearly for some type of medical attention, I believe. And for some reason, because clearly Min-soo, we already heard, took care of his mother and the nursing of the mother and stuff. So maybe Min-soo knows something and is like one of the people in the know to help Soo-won out through an episode or whatever he's experiencing. He runs into Yona and he's just kind of like, and Yona thinking all the bad things, but then like cradles him and says, easy, 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 it's all right and stuff. Soo-won believes this is a dream and starts talking like they're friends again, sort of idea. To be like, am I allowed to believe this is a dream just for a moment? He's like, I saw Hawk today. He was playing with Gulfin and Gulfin was flying. He seemed so happy and stuff. And he starts talking as though, and he's remembering stuff. It's a very sweet moment. I'm not doing it justice. Read the chapter for God's sakes. It's such a good chapter in this one moment. The sequence between the time Soo-won shows up in Yona's room up until the end of the chapter is very well done. I can't paint a proper picture of it in words. I would have to live react to that and go through each panel. But it's done very, very well. It leads me to believe that we're going to come to, once again, some type of conclusion of something going on. We're going to find out an answer to one of our questions, at the very least. One of the burning questions in this series, one of the plot questions, will be revealed in the next chapter. I believe this was a great way to end this chapter, and I'm just super hyped for the next one. 186 should be fantastic. I thank very much also. I thank very much, man, whoever commented on my last Yona review, because forget the name. I'm sorry. I don't have the time to go back and edit this and check the YouTube and stuff like that to figure out what the name was. But thank you to whoever did comment. I will be sure to mention the name in the description box because I'll be able to check then when I edit this video. They mentioned to me, whoever they are, thank you very much. They mentioned to me that Manga Stream was down, but the chapter has been released on X site, and I did go and check the site. And I appreciate it. Thank you very much for letting me know. So I was able to make this review in a timely fashion. I wouldn't have known otherwise. I really wouldn't have. So thank you so much to that person. They will get a shout out in the description box and such like that. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. Merry Christmas. This video is being not made on Christmas, but it will be released on Christmas if I have my way. If not, happy Boxing Day, whatever. The day after Christmas for people in America is called Boxing Day. I'm not going to do a history lesson here, but happy Boxing Day, happy Christmas, happy New Year and all that good stuff. All the good feelings and such like that. 2019 has come to a close, so we're into the 2020 stretch here. But like, comment, subscribe as always, guys. It's always very much appreciated. This has been Griever. Don't forget to hit the bell notification. You guys want to know every single time I drop a video. The Discord link will be in the description box, tongue-tied there, down below for anybody who wants to join my Discord. And once again, this has been Griever with the Yona chapter of the year, that last chapter of the year. What do you guys think? Drink responsibly as always. See you back here next time.